So today we are actually adding two little things here to the front of the Jeep. Some of these installations are easy, but it's nice to have somebody else do it once and kind of figure out why certain things are in the box. And the first thing that we're going to be installing here is a set. We have a nice set of Gear America D-ring shackles here. So these actually just go at the front of your vehicle, and basically it's for recovery. And these sets are nice because they actually have isolators. Here, they have different sizes isolators, and then you have this plastic piece inside here. This comes off if you really want to. Oh, it doesn't come off easily, which is good. So this is to stop it from rattling around and then banging up your vehicle and scratching the paint. I've already done a preset on this one side here just to figure out what I needed to do. There's actually a medium-sized one, 2 mediums, 2 large, and 2 smalls. So I kind of fished it back. I wanted to put 2 mediums and a large and a small on one side, but it just wouldn't quite fit. But this is fine because now it limits the amount of play. So now this thing will left and right won't be rattling around. This is a rubber pieces that you fit in here, and they just go on the inside here. And then if it does hit a bump and it goes like this, this is just a piece of rubber. And if these get worn over time, then it's pretty dirt cheap. You can get probably a set of isolators for like $10, $20. These ones I made sure that I bought shackles that fit with them, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So once you figured out that I need medium and a small and a large and a small, so we'll start with a large and a small on the one side. Just put this on this side here. You slide it right through. Pretty easy peasy. You fit this through one side. Now that you have it kind of resting on there, you grab your 2 other pieces. And they'll just kind of line up here. This one's a little more snug than the other side. Might be a little bit of paint. There might be a little bit of difference in the thickness of these, so that's why it's good to have. Well, these hooks here, they'll have a hole at the end, and some of them have little things that you can tie these to here, so you never lose these. These ones don't have them, but I've seen them before where these can attach to here, but these really don't come out very easily. The other thing we're going to add today, this is from AUT Match, and they're winch cable hook stoppers. So in a nutshell, you open these up, and I got the red to match, of course. But basically, when you have a winch cord that like this, you should always be paying attention when you're pulling your cable in and out. But if this stops it from actually going in all the way and doing any sort of damage, because the power of that winch motor is more than capable of bending metal. So if you pull this in and you're not paying attention, basically you will be destroying probably this piece of metal here, or you'll be putting huge gouges in there. You might even crack your fair lead. That's a possibility, because those, depending on the size of the winch, it's very possible to bend metal with them. I already have one open here, so all you gotta do is put this on the cord like this. There you go. And then you have some hardware you kind of drive through. You got 4 bolts here. And I'm already ready with the proper tool. And like any assembly, you want to put in the hardware first and put it in loose, and then finish tightening it once you're done. These are really solid chunks of rubber here, so it will prevent damage over time. They're really solid chunks of rubber, and they will prevent damage in case something happens and somebody's not paying attention and tries to drive the hook back inside the vehicle. So once you got them kind of lined up like this, you look at the whole thing, it should pretty much be lined up. Then we tighten them up. These are easy because you can, and then this you can actually slide up and down, but once it reaches here, it'll stop. This is way thicker here because what happens is that this is kind of weaved inside, so that's why it's way thicker out here, which is kind of a problem for me. It'll be fine in here, but I want to be able to get it in all the way so I can hook this over here and not have any issues. I don't want this loose like this, but I'll figure this out. I think once it's like this, that'll be a nice, yeah, that'll work fine. That'll work fine, and that'll hold it up in here. So, the other thing that we added as well is these are actually access holes for the winch, and they're fair size, and there's 2 of them, and I was like, if I go off-roading, that is going to get filled with mud. So to prevent that, got these little plates made, and at the back there's 2 bolts, and I put some foam pad to stop any sort of rattling or damage. And basically all I got to do is slide these up in here and down in there. And smart me found that these ones is the same size as one of the Torques. So I already have a Jeep one in here. The Jeep tools that come and fit in there. And you can come in here and you can just retighten them up. And you don't need any other tools. The only thing that sucks is that this hook stopper on the winch here, it does have a different size Allen key. So in my Jeep toolkit, there's one of these, so it came in the box. It's not the best, but if something happens while you're on the trail, at least you got the tool to be able to tighten them or remove them if you need to. So I'm gonna put this in here with the other tools, and that way I can use it if I need to. So that is all for our mods for today. All we gotta do now is pull this back in here and have it nice and tight so that it doesn't kind of wobble, and we're ready for any sort of recovery that we'll need in the future.